We've been living on the edge with forever as a pledge. No more giving it up, turning me loose, setting us free. Baby, keeping it real, cause we got what takes for sure. There's no turning back anymore. Can you see it's all a game? Life goes on all the same. If at first you don't succeed, all you've got is all you need. If you believe, then stake your claim.
Hello, Rise and Thrivers. Welcome to Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is November 10th. Welcome to Rise and Thrive Together. Before we start our amazing show, let us tell you about us, just in case you need a reminder. Rise and Thrive Together is a vibrant community committed to educate, empower, and equip you to get the results that you want through real talk by taking real action. So welcome, Rise and Thrivers. Welcome to our show. And most of all, welcome, sis. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I got to start right off. Talk about fine tuning and flourishing. I got to just jump right in. Your hair looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I just love the color, love the look. I mean, we're talking like whole new way. I love it.
It's a wig. Thank you.
Wig or not, doesn't matter, right? That's a perfect way as we jump straight into the episode. It's just like that little bit of spark, that little bit of way of doing it. I honestly do not have a wig, but I pulled it back, right? Fine-tuned it out of my face because it was driving me crazy, and made that a fresher look. So both of us new looks today. So how are you doing? How is this second, day of a new week? What's going on?
Working, and a little tired.
Little tired and working. I hear you. Hear you.
What's
Well,
going on with you?
I'm good. I mean, very, very, like you said, working with lots of beautiful things that all kind of connect to rising and thriving together. And I feel good. Today's a day where I feel like I've grounded myself, supported myself. Usually I'm not that grounded because I just said it's Tuesday and it's Monday, like a couple of seconds ago. So I'm going to fine tune myself again. I was just like the second day of the week and I'm like, wow, I just jumped to Tuesday. And I literally was just talking to someone about tomorrow. So reset. Good, busy, excited. I'm leaving this Wednesday to Saturday out to Orlando for a company that I'm a leader in. And so we're doing some really great leadership training and making some videos and connecting with some people who I only see online internationally that are flying in. So I'm super stoked about it.
Nice.
Yes. So we just want to tell our viewers tonight that we had a very special guest on. And when we talk about fine tuning and flourishing on episode 133, I will tell you what happened. I chose a new habit to start this new week. I kept my phone upstairs. I kept it off. I knew the type of day I was having personally and professionally, busy and making sure everything was it. So I uploaded everything. I had everything set for our show and our guest and ready so that I can just pop on here. You can pop on with nothing to worry about. And as I got into my car at around 9:15-ish, 9:20, our guest has been writing me since 8 a.m. in the morning when I was doing all that work inside of my new space of fine tuning and flourishing in a way to feel rejuvenated as I am right now, and had a super busy important appointment and needed to reschedule and was trying to balance it all, was honestly going to fit us in and just listening, right? As we are listening to us as a community that helps people educate, empower, and equip them. We don't fit people in, right? We're not going to like fit ourselves into anything. It's like, take a breath, and let's really like talk about this. And it was a really important an appointment, and you don't know when those appointments how long they're going to be. And you definitely don't want to be on a show walking with your phone and finding a place. So it was like all good. We can pre-record, we can pick another date. And so with that, inside of conversation, community, and really empowering somebody to get out of the headspace of don't feel bad, no right or wrong. Like I didn't make myself wrong. Like it was a moment, right? Driving, making myself wrong, going, a new habit and flourishing and fine tuning. And I didn't pick up my phone, kept it off. So everybody who wanted to see Perla will be on at the end of the month. She's got it in her book. It's happening. Boom. She sends her love. And we thank her. We just thank her for so much for doing what she does. She's got an important client to be there and help them fine tune and flourish their beautiful, beautiful spaces. So you've got Raquel and I tonight to go diving deeper. So that's what is. But I just thought it was so funny, sis. I was just like, wow. I was thinking about last week and what are the habits that we, have and what's a new habit. And I realize I'm always like behind because I'm constantly like on my phone in the morning. And I just feel like all that information, I was like, I'm going to start fresh every morning. I'm not going to touch it until this time. Because the most important people in my life are my daughter and my husband. And it hit me as I was driving because I was speaking to Perla. And I was like, I hung up and I was like, oh, wow. Like, I'm going to own this. We're a big deal. Like, we're a big deal. This is a business, right? Like, this is a business about empowering it. So I'm like, it's not just Josh and Lexi or my classes. Like, I'm putting things in little boxes. It's this big rise and thrive, beautiful, beautiful, life that I have. And so, yeah, there you go. So guess what? I'm new way to fine tune is to go tomorrow with having my phone and all and a new way. It's just keep on playing with it, right? So tomorrow I'll open up my phone, I'll have it with me, I'll start and look at it at a certain time and just have it on vibrate and then do what I need to do to get things, moving. So I was rocking and rolling with the old habit of putting it over there. This didn't work today and I feel good. So there's my fine tuning and flourishing, everybody. It's a constant work in progress. Nobody's made wrong. Everything is possible in conversation. And it's a win-win. And why we have the show, we've always got Raquel and I, or at least one of us. So there you go. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. It's a good one.
You know what? I'm curious about, and we asked the audience this last week, and not everyone really put anything in. Did you find anything in our group that somebody added as far as how they're fine tuning and flourishing?
No, not anything new in the group. And, I'll add up like you and I didn't jump in there to like remind people, only the people who were on last week. So we can ask that out again. Let's do it.
I'm just curious. So there's one thing that I find with fine tuning and flourishing, and it's really important that we know what we're fine tuning.
Yeah.
Because not everything that we're doing may need fine tuning at this time and doing it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So is it that, and I'm curious about people, do you pick one thing to fine tune or are you trying to fine tune multiple things at once? And if you're trying to do multiple things at once, what I really am curious about is how is that working out for you? Because is it every area that you need to fine tune and flourish in? And I really want to know is it just one thing when you sit and think about what is it? What's one important aspect of your life that you really and truly want to hone in on and focus in on so that you can flourish and produce fruit from that one area of your life? What is that one area? And see, for me, it's my speaking, because public speaking for me is really important. It's something that I absolutely love doing every time I get the opportunity. And sometimes that doesn't mean on a stage. And I had to come to that understanding I mean, I have it on my vision board that this year I want to speak on 2 stages. I did one earlier this year, and there's definitely still time. And then the realization hit me. I do it every single day. Every single day that I interact with someone, and my goal is to make an impact. That's something that I'm working on fine tuning so that I'm not all over the place. I
Yeah.
guess it's more honing in on what it is that I get a sense that that person needs, because I can't really coach them because it's not always that situation where you're coaching, but you are in a way, but sometimes I have to get to it a lot quicker. And so for me, I'm fine tuning in the area of my speaking and getting to the point a lot quicker, because we're in this fast paced world, and not just now. I know a lot of people talk about, oh, these are perilous times, and it's always like that. Right. And so
Yep.
don't look at the outside world, look at what it is about you that you want to focus on and strengthen. That's where the flourish comes. Yes, you'll produce fruit, but you want to strengthen it. And what's that area? And so that's one of the areas. There are several of them, right? But that's one that, let's say, this week I'm working on. Next week it may be something else. So I'm just curious, what are your thoughts about that?
I love that. And listeners, drop in, are you looking at one area, or are you somebody who likes to look at, try to fine tune many areas? The minute you said that, this has been a distinction, a kind of, I would like to say, a pillar in my life that I learned a long time ago. If you pick one area of your life that you want to look at and fine tune, I love what you said. You're going to look at your why. Why do you want to fine tune that, right? Like, what's the intention behind it? Like you were saying. Um, and, you know, the other part of, like, so where is that why? What's happening? Are we speaking too much, too little? Am I not coming across clear? A lot of people are like still confused what I'm talking about, like that. If you look at that area, I promise you, if you write on a piece of paper all the other important, there's a fly going by, all the other areas that are important to you that you want to fine tune, and you start looking at those whys and like what's the area, like I like to use the area of growth, you're going to realize that it's overlapping in many of those areas. So picking one for myself inside of what I've learned is super important. So if you focus on, like you were saying, your public speaking, all those other areas that you want to fine tune, you are fine tuning, because there is so much similarity in those areas. And many times it's overwhelm, clarity, whatever that is, you've got to find it. So for me, it's one. And it was that habit of distraction. If I take that area and I come fine tune it to that one point, I'm easily distracted. I'm easily distracted. I can make an excuse for every single thing, but distraction is it. Money, home, communication, relationship, it's everywhere. And then we can just go into it. So I wanted to just take one, and it's just like I run off to the races because I've got a lot of things that I'm up to. So I wanted to start my day non-distracted, take care of one thing, non-distracted, and do this work and see what it looked like. And it's great because I saw something for myself and I can see it everywhere else. So it's fine tuning it again and looking at it again. So that's for me. That one area, I promise you, whatever you guys choose when you choose it, the intention behind it, why you want to do it, and why are you wanting to fine tune it? Like, what is it that's not working in that area? And that's what you're putting into practice so that your intention becomes stronger and flourishes better. It'll be everywhere. You're public speaking and you go deeper into it. Well, up your finances, up everything that you want. And your stage is perspective. And you're funny, you're like, you said you want 2 stages. I'm like, you're on a stage right now, right? It's perspective. Do you want 2 physical stages with 500 people? And like you said, every time you're meeting with someone, it's another stage. So I love that conversation. That's a great one.
It's really something that I had to look at. And it's so wonderful that we go through life and we have these challenges because I've said this before here that challenges come to grow us. Challenges come so that we can think differently. And within those challenges and this thinking differently, there's this growth. And I've found that in my teaching, especially this semester, this new school term, it really has been different in how I teach, and I'm actually enjoying it. And I guess my students are as well. I mean, one thing for me is students always seem to have this pull and want to talk to me, which I appreciate, absolutely do. I don't take that for granted, but I feel there's a difference in my teaching, and that is a direct impact because there's a difference in me. And so I bring that to the classroom. I bring that to the classroom so much so that sometimes I shock my own self with this fine tuning and how this fine tuning operates. And it's absolutely amazing. And as I said, that's just one area of my life because I do a lot of speaking to people in the different areas of my life. And so that's why public speaking is so important to me. And within that, it is about slowing down my pace. So I'm not speaking like, New Yorkers, right? New Yorkers speak relatively quickly because we do everything quickly. However, I've learned when I slow my speech down, my thoughts don't have time to run away. Some people are thinking way ahead and their mouth is trying to catch up with their brain, and then you stumble and bumble. And for me, it's important to be clear when I'm speaking. So I have started to slow it down, and it's absolutely made a difference because I don't have to play catch up. My mouth doesn't now have to play catch up because my brain is like 2 blocks down the road. Does that make sense to you guys?
Absolutely, it does. Susan is writing in about the distractions from before. As you're saying, slowing down your speaking, your thoughts are like not racing ahead, no distractions, they're caught up, you're intentional. So Susan was saying earlier, I think I hear you saying for me, being easily distracted is one of your habitual ways of being. It's a habit of a way of being that I do things. And it's connected to many domains in your life, like you were just sharing about your own, how it impacts everywhere. And Ellen is saying that, I find my distractions are really my insecurities. Ooh, I'm going to take that one on, Ellen. Think about that one. When I go forward with my decisions, the outcome is really positive. So distractions are her insecurities. And then when I guess, Ellen, if you can explain that a little bit more, but like when you're finally clear or intentional about the choice you're going to make, the outcome is really positive. But I do like that little finding my distractions on my insecurities.
What I'd like Ellen to do is make that connection.
Yeah.
The distraction and insecurities, because right now there's a gap, and the gap is there for me.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah.
I'd like you to make that connection as how distraction connects to insecurities.
Yeah.
If you could, we'd greatly appreciate it.
And thanks, guys, for writing in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now we've talked about this fine tuning part. Can we move over a little bit to the flourishing? And what does that look like? What does that mean for you? I mean, these topics we've chosen them, but what does flourishing look like? How do you define flourishing?
Well, we're speaking to me in the audience. I mean, I just feel like exactly the outcome that happened today is a flourishing moment for me. I'm really looking at the things that work and don't work. Is it so many ways of like growing and enhancing everything. Like I feel the best I've ever felt today. And I didn't start, and our guest didn't make it. Like our guest didn't come on today. And old me would be upset and mad and X, Y, and Z. And the new way of just taking a moment and realizing so many things happen. And we have created opportunities on the show for people to show up and make it happen because we are committed. I'm constantly flourishing. So for me, it just was like such a beautiful day to be able to just go, okay, that's taken care of. Like we have this show that literally everything is taken care of. I don't think there's ever been a day that you and I haven't been on, like ever at the same exact time. And maybe that'll happen. Who knows? But the way you communicate, the way things are communicated, things always work out so well. So my flourishing day is just being able to help someone realize it's all good, realize that our show is continuing to go on, and then the rest of my day continues to be in that really powerful, empowering space. So I had great classes, I had great conversations. Everything was just on time, including my own personal. I had to go mammograms and and get tests done. I was done an hour earlier. All my tests were supposed to be until 4:30. They were done back to back within 45 minutes. I was an hour early and got to surprise my daughter and picked her up. I think energetically, it all flourished. That's flourishing for me. It doesn't have to be the big prize, right? My closet is officially clean, or, I've got this book that's out. It's the experience of that moment of time, moment by moment, as long as I'm not in that negative, mindset. That's what it's like for me.
Got it. Okay. So, for example, today my morning was kind of busy and I felt as if I was going to have to relinquish my training session, my strength training session. And I was like, no, I need that because I need these endorphins to be released. I need to feel good. And then I could be productive. So I'm already putting it into the atmosphere that if I get my endorphins flowing, I'll be productive. And that's exactly what happened. And that's exactly the way it went. And it was so nice to get in that training and sweat, lift weights, so that I can be productive and flourish. And what I'm realizing is sometimes the flourishing isn't always for me. The flourishing is for others. Because if mentally I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, it's very challenging for me to be productive and for me to flourish. I feel more like I'm withering up and just
Yeah.
dying. But that it really worked out because I was able to, as I said, go out and get exactly what I knew I needed to change up here, because up here was just going a little nuts. And I'm like, okay, let's do something. And the best thing I could do was work out for me. That gives me my endorphins get released and I'm like so good. And I was absolutely productive for, well, I would say the rest of the day, but my day is not over
Yeah.
after this show. I'm going to finish something I was working on and then I can shut it all down and just kind of, take that breath.
Yep.
Sometimes just taking that breath to calm my mind is flourishing for me.
Yeah. So it is about you. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't flourish for others if we don't take care of ourselves. And it really is that mindset, right? So Susan's saying that I think a feeling of flourishing can be different each day. Mostly, I feel like it's being in the moment, fully focused, being in a flow of time and energy. And that could be coaching or participating in a meeting where I'm fully attentive. Yeah, Susan, absolutely. It's moment by moment. And I'd love to know from people like Raquel was saying for her to get that mindset. She got into this exercise. She was going to that class, getting those endorphins going for her. That just reset everything. It's different for everybody. I have that every day and I'm blessed. I just kind of use that as an example with somebody today. I'm like, I don't know what my life would look like if I didn't have those classes every day. I would then make a new commitment to say, okay, I'm not teaching those classes because I'm very much like you. I know every day I get those endorphins going and moving and focusing and structuring. But I'd love to know what some of other people's strategies are.
You know, it's interesting because before, let's say a year ago, 2 years, 5 years ago, I didn't know what it would take to get me
Right?
out of that headspace.
Yeah.
Like, really and truly, I wouldn't have known. I would have stayed in that mode of I'm frustrated, can't pinpoint what I'm frustrated about, but just frustrated. And then that would have laid the foundation for my day.
Mm-hmm.
But when you spend time with yourself and you do introspection, I was very, very clear that I needed this to clear this. I didn't need to sit there. Years ago, I would have called some folks. I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on with me. But now, no, whatever is going on, I know the solution to it was I needed to release some endorphins.
Nice.
I got in touch with my trainer and I'm like, hey, listen, can I come a little later? He was like, yes. I was like, awesome. Let's go. Let's do this. And let's flourish today, because you know those days where you can relax and just like, today was not one of those days. It really was not one of those days. And I don't mind it as long as I can quiet all of these thoughts that were flowing in my head, and they were not conducive to my well-being, and they were not conducive to my day to make sure that I was productive. So let's do what I need to do. But that involves spending time with yourself and getting to know, doing like, what is it that I need?
Mm.
And that's an important question. I want to know, how many folks out there do you ask yourself, what is it that I need to, and you can fill in the blank, whatever that is for you. For me, I knew what it was and it worked. I came back and I was like a different person. I felt like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
But it worked. So what is it that you need? And you can pinpoint it and you can go get it. And then all of this, all the voices, they all kind of just faded away. And it was absolutely beautiful. And I felt like I flourished today. Felt like such an adult.
I love it. I think it's like I was saying, what is it for that person? Everybody's got whatever that is for them. I wish I could say it's just one thing, right? I wish I can just say it's sometimes getting those endorphins, like you were saying, up and done. And sometimes it is still having a conversation with others. But I love what you said the most, which is really getting connected to yourself. And so one of those habits that I'd like to continue to fine tune is that quiet, right? Like that quiet time just with me, and get connected to those thoughts and release them. However it is, sometimes, like you said, it's a class, sometimes it's a shower, sometimes it's like singing, sometimes, for my husband, it is always for him. And he is very masterful. I know he hates for me to say that word, but like he's every day without breaking it. He is out there and he spends quiet time. He's outside every single day.
Yeah.
Quiet. That's what he loves. He has a specific one or two things that he listens to. Sometimes he writes, sometimes he doesn't. So everybody has some type of practice or a bunch of them.
So where are you guys with your fine tuning and flourishing for the month of November? We've got like 2 more weeks left, and then we're just about on the
Can you believe it?
The madness of the holiday season. Please don't lose the meaning of the holidays.
No, please. Yes.
It's not about all the gifts. It really isn't. So let's not lose the focus. And that's something we can talk about another day, but I want to plant the seed so that it can start to grow and flourish.
Well, I think it's perfect for what I want to talk to you guys about as our guest is for next week. We usually put up a little beautiful Canva, and that'll be coming up. But I'm going to put this up because it goes perfect. Raquel brought up, listen, like it or not, we are in November. It is November 10th. Holiday time is upon you. Whatever that means, whatever holiday that is that you celebrate or don't celebrate, it's literally in our psyche all the time. If you're listening to the radio, watching TV, walking, there is some holiday of something around you. And for many of us, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, and things like that.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, thank you. Kwanzaa, and a whole bunch of others that I don't even know about. But the fact is, even the thought of the end of the year, forget holidays, it's the end of the year. If anybody could raise their hands, I wish we could see them. Like the end of the year might bring up for many of us, like, and I know I talk to people every day, like, I can't believe it's the end of the year. So there is some type of feeling and emotion, and I'm going to say it's a little bit of a high one for many. So next week we have a really amazing guest, and I'm just going to put this up real fun, real fast. The Level of Crazy by Ala Esta Levy. And we're super excited to have her as our guest next week because she is going to have some really great conversation with Raquel and I around dealing with those emotional reactions and our emotional intelligence around what Raquel is talking about. Fine tuning and flourishing during a time of year that tends to be, again, not saying it for everybody, but I'm going to say for a lot of people, highly charged. Even if you hear the word, holy cow, there's 8 weeks of the year left, right? So whatever that is, we're going to have a great expert coming in. And I love that it's the level of crazy because we all have our own levels of it. And there's not a right or wrong about it. It's just reaction and responding and having a cool conversation. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to everybody next week to come on in and listen to that. And I love what you said. I'm like waiting before we close out, people. Tell me what you want to fine tune. Tell us what you want to fine tune. An area. If you have 5 areas, 10 areas.
Please just give us one. If you got 5 or 10, I'm going to need you to hold the other 4 and 9. And I'm going to need you to just give us the one.
Give us one. And, we'd be great, go deep and be like, this and this is why. Well, what's an area, if you don't want to say fine tune, where do you want to flourish? Where do you want to flourish between now and next week? Like, right? Where do you want to flourish between now and next week? Drop it in the comments, drop it in the replay, drop it in the community.
I'm actually excited. I'm switching gears, giving them time. I'm actually excited to hear the level of crazy because I got several levels of crazy. Oof. And I don't know if it intensifies my levels, but I do have levels of crazy. And I definitely am excited to hear Perla tell us how to pull a room together. And not just the room, but the feeling that we get when we pull some rooms together. Hey, Susan, you were supposed to drop something. Now I'm talking about rooms. You were supposed to drop some photos of your knobs from your cabinets in your kitchen and what that looked like, the before, the after. Did you do it, Susan? Fan. Did you do it, Susan? Yes or no? All I want is a yes or no.
If you're still here, Susan, let us know about the knobs.
Yes, because we want to know. We want to support you in that, man. That's big time. That's pretty big. The kitchen is a big thing to take on.
This is really great that you brought this up because I wish I took the before, and I'm going to have to ask my in-laws, and maybe they did, because we had that show. They did not watch the show, and I went to see them at the end of last week, and my mother-in-law was so excited because we went to pick up Lexi. They literally did their washer and dryer room. So it's a really great little door. You walk into the washer and dryer. Yeah, laundry room. Thank you.
So I love it.
Washer and dryer room, laundry room. And I remember what it looked like, so I really can't wait to see it. But some wallpaper, cabinets, and 2 shelves that they had, and some little glass jars with fake flowers that she put on the shelf, and another glass jar that she put the pods in. That I didn't even know they're, like the laundry pods, that I didn't even know the laundry pods. Night and day. They did get 2 new washer and dryers, same type, but like they got it in a dark blue. It's like, and I was like, ooh.
Let me tell you something. My dad always used to say a little paint will make a big difference to any space.
Yes.
Just a little paint, and they use wallpaper. All good, all the same. All right.
See, Susan, wait, don't hang up yet. Susan
Okay.
said, sorry, forgot. I haven't done the knobs. Oh, she was sick all week.
Oh, well, I hope you feel better.
I'll take a picture of my lighting tomorrow in the daylight because she's doing that. I think the ceiling fan, Susan. Are you talking about the ceiling fan?
Very fancy. You're getting
Or unless
fancy
she
now,
did that.
Susan. And she was all shy in October when we had like Vic on. She was like, yeah, wasn't she the one talking about my credit card? But now she's talking, I'll do my lighting and I got my knobs. Wow. That's
Great.
big
And I love
change
the
there.
pink.
Big flourish there, Susan. Woo, woo. Love
Susan,
it. Love it. Love it.
Ellen is saying something she'll always try to get in the way is insecurities, but do it anyway.
Exactly. Because the question at the end of the day, what do you have to lose? I don't know. Just go do it. Right? Otherwise you're gonna be fussing because you didn't, but you whatever.
Yeah, it's like the lottery ticket. I couldn't win the $1 billion because I didn't might. Such gotta go.
Let me tell you, if y'all don't see me, it's because I hit. Deuces.
Nice. I want to guess what? I'll give her a call and be like, can you at least do your goodbye episode?
I'm like, yeah, bye. No, I wouldn't do that. I absolutely love doing this. And it is my purpose to educate, empower, and equip. So I keep that going however I can. And I love you guys. We love you guys.
Yes.
And we are excited for our last
Level of
two
crazy.
guests. And yes, level of crazy. Please join us for that because we all have it. Some of you are like, no, I don't yet. The fact that you said no, you don't says yes. You have a level of crazy, and that is the ground level. Okay. So there are some other crazies on top. This is good. Just what I needed. The little break in between creating an exam for my students for next week. There's my level of crazy. But guys, we always appreciate you. We really and truly do appreciate you. And you support us whenever we have a guest coming on. You support our guests. You guys come in with your questions, your comments, and it does not go unappreciated and unnoticed. We want you to know that. We absolutely appreciate you for your support for these past, I don't know, 2 years or so, 2+ years. It's been incredible. So we just want to thank you. Okay, because next week we straight crazy. So this week we'll say thank you. And remember, we cannot do this thing called life alone. We can only do it together, is where we rise and thrive. Till next time.
The crazy right now can't get the show over. We're stuck. We're stuck. Raquel's got to still talk. See, she's going to have to say it one more time. This is real talk.
Oh, no, we don't say it one more time. We're going to just wrap it up as soon as you can get it wrapped up. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Take care.
Bye.